welcome back to another Euphoria video. We are going to be talking about episode 7. What do you want to start? Let's start with overall rankings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall rankings as far as like a general view of like the episode is what you're saying?
Yeah.
I think watching it yesterday, I would give it about a 6.5. I think I'm gonna sound like a pretentious prick here, but I'll go probably like a 6.6 now.
Yeah.
You?
I think I'm still sitting at about a 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, probably a high point for the season, which is, to be expected in my eyes. As we're reaching like the end, we're gonna be starting to like close up certain storylines and whatever else.
Full spoiler review, by the way.
100%.
There is a big one. But yeah, no, I would say I would agree too. Like, it felt like episode 6 was like the biggest like nothing burger that really derailed the season. Because we gave props to episode 5. We didn't think it would blew us away or anything, but we were like, oh, this is where it goes. And then episode 6 we get needless scenes with Jules, and then bada bang, it was just like so many like unneeded scenes, filler, nothing burger. But this episode 7, it felt like every scene felt so needed, and I want to give props. There's certain scenes in here. Let's see, standouts. Maddy taking control of Cassie was really fun to see. We do our weekly segment of MVP of the episode.
I haven't really thought too much about this, but I have a couple in mind.
Yeah, I have an inkling on mine. I'm gonna honestly, it set the path, and we really haven't seen too much of him. But Ali.
I was thinking Ali, but it was gonna be either Ali or Rue. Mainly just because like Rue's finally, or I guess not finally, but she's taking charge in some way, and she's leaning more into that faith aspect that we saw at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And she's basically just like, I need to do this job, be done with it, and I'm moving to Texas. But I really liked a lot of Ali's scenes, and it was really moving to see him deal with all the loss, and yet still want to push for a brighter future.
Yeah, no, I loved Ali. I thought, honestly, you look at all the seasons of Euphoria, you could easily make the case that the most powerful scenes are with Ali and Rue. And I think that's really what the backbone of Rue's character are those conversations with Ali of becoming a better person and struggling, and and how much he cares about Rue. Rue's obviously the main character, so we have the POV. But now with the backstory of Ali's upbringing, you just know that he cared so much about them, like he does Rue. It's not like Rue's a special case.
Right.
He treated everyone with that, and Ali's just a great character with a lot of self-respect now, and a lot of respect from his loved ones too in his community.
But then on the flip side with Rue, she has a lot of really good scenes this episode with talking to Lexi and being yeah, I'm dealing with all this stuff. I'd say I did evil shit. She goes, I would say you did bad things, but you're not evil. She goes, I worked with Nazis. And then she's going on with all this other stuff, and she goes, you're obviously using. And then you have that point where she's talking to Ali, and it's I've messed up so much that I can tell the truth, and people say I'm lying.
Yeah, no, so true. And also, I don't know who says it to Rue, but I think it was Lori's team when she's well, you feel like you're righteous now, coming back to us, but I don't remember who brought it up, but basically the prompt was, yeah, how do you feel that some of the fentanyl that you were smoggling has killed people?
It was Ali.
Yeah.
It was Ali talking to her.
Nah.
And he was like, so does it ever bother you that some of that fentanyl could have killed somebody? And then she just had to really think on it.
Yeah. And obviously it does bother her. And I really do. I think Rue is a very good second place for me. I think maybe it's because we haven't seen Ollie in a while, but like, my gosh, Domingo is an incredible actor. I mean, he's having a great year. Great as Joe Jackson from the Michael Jackson biopic. But yeah, no, I mean, those are our MVPs. You got Rue, I got Ali.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of them could easily be interchangeable. Now, typically what we do in this segment is go from character to character, but I think one of the biggest talking points of this episode has to be Nate. So we're going to talk about Nate Jacobs' death. Very underwhelming. Yeah, I mean, like, it just sucks because Nate, like, dissecting Nate as a character, season 1 and 2, was like, oh my god, this dude is, like, the biggest piece of shit in the world, and, like, but then you realize with the stuff with his dad, and then, like, he's fighting his demons and also fighting his dad, and fighting, like, the persona, and, like, trying to cover up like the abuse he did on Maddy, and like those types of stuff that were always so like interesting about like how he could actually get up. And then when we saw him in the start of season 3, we're like, oh, this is really refreshing. This is cool. He really loves Cassie. And then it just turned into literally just screaming and losing body parts.
Yeah. Just the I.O. money simulator, like crippling debt. And with his death scene, I mean, first off, like, being in that situation would be absolutely horrifying. But I feel like if they were going to kill him off, they could have done it in either, like, a more grotesque way or a more impactful way, instead of it being just, like, a cut from, like, obviously the snake bit him and he died, but, like,
yeah,
they could have had, like, they could have done more.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just crazy that the Nate Jacobs character essentially, like, gets, like, the snake kills him, but, like, there's just no other characters around him. Like, the show just has diverted so much because all the actors essentially hate each other.
Yeah.
So, like, obviously it's hard to have one of your main stars, like, Nate Jacobs, Jacob Elordi, just virtually just be with none of the other supporting cast. And that is just I think that's the biggest derailing factor of Nate Jacobs' character this season. Just really lazy, really awkward, I bet, and just, I'm sure Jacob Elordi is like, thank you, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
But all around, pretty disappointed in the Nate Jacobs demise.
And then let's flip to Nate Jacobs' other half, Cassie. Yeah, I mean, she's still filling her role as, like, the submissive... I mean, it sucked that, like... Because she had everything going for her, and then I feel like she, you know, went right into, like, the Nate Jacobs, same type of deal, and just got hit with a bunch of, like, bad luck. Kicked off the TV show.
Yeah.
Couldn't get her OnlyFans back. Needed money ASAP. And then...
Maddy comes to the rescue.
And then she screws over... By the way, completely screwing that Dylan guy over. And
yeah, that was fucked.
Yeah. And then, like, opening the door and getting body slammed through a glass table. Crazy.
Yeah. No, going through Cassie this episode, funny. I mean, I think probably the funniest moment in the episode when she's like, I can't stop coming.
And it cuts to the Dylan character.
Damn,
stop coming.
Yeah. Oh, that was like, as like our first like watching party. Like, well, I guess our second one, but that like got the whole function laughing. But yeah, I mean, I really, this is where the Cassie, Maddy, and Alamo, like, it feels weird. Like, it kind of feels like the Tarantino movie almost in a sense, where it's like you have these two different characters and they meet up finally. Like, especially Alamo and Cassie. I know they like had some interactions when Maddy was promoting her.
Mm-hmm.
But like for them to like actually like talk is kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, Cassie did the best she could, and I respect it. I mean, she doubled down. She's like, I miss Nate so much.
Yeah, she really did. She really pulled out all the stops to try and get as much going as possible after losing it all.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Cassie. I mean, she's definitely a messy person, but I gotta give credit that, I mean, she tried to do everything she could to save the person she loves. So, shout out to Cass. We'll go Maddy. Jesus, Maddy got fucked over so bad.
Well, yeah, because she started off in the episode as just, still boss bitch.
Yep.
Being like, Cassie, I should kick the fucking shit out of you. But that would ruin your face, and we need you on OnlyFans right now. So, and it goes from that to getting the hot tub girl.
Yeah, that we'll talk more about the Alamo character. I get that he, we'll talk more about it, but Maddy is always someone who's felt in control of everything. It did feel a little bit out of character when that whole hot tub scene, and it just felt very rapey in my opinion.
But she needed it was also different in her character because she instead of knowing what she had to do and she was doing it herself.
Yeah.
She had to ask somebody else for a significant amount of help.
Yeah, and I mean you could make the argument that Maddy is now in a worse case or worse situation than what Nate was in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even though Alamo was I don't fuck with the Armenians.
Right.
So maybe he thinks they are worse and more cruel. But nonetheless, I mean, Maddy's gonna have to get $1 million.
Yeah, and it was that, and then 20% of commissions or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that's what it equaled out.
That's what they agreed on.
Yeah.
But he ended up doing it for free. But I don't know if he's probably still gonna be I need my money.
Yeah.
But I don't think I think he gets arrested in the next episode with the DEA type stuff.
True. Maddy even mentioning
the
that,
DEA.
That felt like this is gonna be a niche poll. It's like when you're in D&D and you accidentally say something you're not supposed to.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that was oh my god, why would she tell Alamo that? Even if she thinks that Rue is tripping off her ass. I get that she heard it from Lexi.
She was freaking out about something Nazis and the DEA.
Oh my god. That ultimate fumble by Maddy. Yeah, that would
And then you just see the biggest shit-eating grin on Alamo's face because he knows. Let's talk more about Alamo though.
Yeah, I don't. Any interesting character in an HBO show that has power? Yes. Let's make him like Feet.
Tarantino movie.
True.
or scene.
They did the same shit in House of Dragon too. They had this really complex character that was behind the shadows, and they're this isn't in the books. He's gonna really like Feet.
I mean, they gotta have some fan service. I mean, Euphoria is all fan service, for the most part.
Yeah.
Feet's just a big thing, and that's why Tarantino's movies do so well.
I guess.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, no, I mean Alamo. I'd say, I just got
a big step back.
Yeah.
Big step back. Some would say even 2.
Yeah.
But he's still boss. He's just
a little creepy.
I have a little bit less respect for him.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have I more so feared him than respected him. I mean, he does just treat women like objects.
Yes. Well, I meant respect as in the character.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I would just say Alamo. Yeah, I mean, there's just not much to say besides a step back as far as character and morality, and we'll be here day and night talking about great characters. Not everyone has to be goody two shoes to be a good character for us. Right. It just felt kind of out of character, honestly, a little bit. But No, I mean, he has a great deal of respect for Maddy, but he also wants to control Maddy. Because
he wants to be in control of anyone who he even like remotely works with.
Yeah, yep. And he's just so, like, I think he's threatened by Maddy because of how smart and how ruthless she is too, and especially with
her being a woman.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, I mean, moving on from Alamo, I mean, there's Lexi. I thought Lexi had a good episode.
Yes.
People were talking about like, oh my god, I cannot believe Lexi was being that much of a bitch to Rue. Rue has literally fucked over and used Lexi so many times in her life.
Yeah, it's very true.
And also, it was very cool that it didn't work out for Cassie, and then Lexi was the one that had to tell her.
Yeah, and Lexi even got like props from her boss, and then had to tell Cassie that she got canned.
She still gets to keep her role as a writer.
Yes.
So
big win for Lexi. Rue just kept kind of talking when like Lexi was like, I really gotta hammer down and do some work. I want to listen to you, but like after I do this, and then Rue just kind of kept going on and on and on.
Yeah.
And then, like she was spitting out some like crazy things, like that like normal people wouldn't like be involved with.
Right.
So it seemed like she was using, and she was a drug addict. So.
Yeah, and typically too when people like, I'm not gonna say like religious people are this way, but like newly religious people, like I've seen it like in my door-to-door experience, when they first like get into it, they're like almost like manic about it. Like certain religious people are that way.
It's like everything's a sign.
Yeah,
everything's a sign, and everything needs to be taken to the word.
Yeah,
and can't stray from it at all. So, which, I mean,
shout
to each
out.
their own.
Yeah. Let's see. Are you hyped at all for the finale?
Yes and no. I have some predictions. I think because Zendaya also has like a lot of projects going on, much like Jacob Elordi, I think I see Rue's character biting the bullet, and with the ending of Faye waking up Wayne, very, very plausible, because they already wanted to kill her, and now she's in the belly of the dragon.
Yeah.
Holding the dragon's hoard.
Yep.
So.
That's a really good way to put it. Yeah, I mean, I also think Rue hits it. I think she gets I think there's a 90% chance that Rue's dead. I mean, they hit the Rue death bait and switch 3 times this episode.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's like, okay. How many times can we fake kill this person? But, yeah, no, I mean, I'm curious to see how the characters end. Now that marketing is saying a season finale instead of a series finale, so that's very weird. Because could you see a Euphoria season 4 without Rue or Nate? Obviously, without Nate, we know.
Yes. I could see it with like Maddy, Cassie, Alamo.
Yeah.
I did see a theory where Bishop is a DEA agent because of like how his mannerisms were a little bit, like, and how he's usually super calm, and when they were playing poker he actually like had an outburst, which is very out of character and whatnot. And then when they're in like the van, the DEA people can hear what's going on in the van, so I think also like the dude who's driving the van ended up cutting a deal because he had to go to like the hospital, and they knew he worked for Alamo.
That would be tough.
I think there's a lot of like moving. So I could see it, but I think the way they're going is everyone's gonna get arrested and Rue's gonna die.
Yeah.
But one more person I do want to talk about is Faye.
Yeah.
And Faye, like,
she just fell in love with the Nazi.
Yeah, but also is so dumb. Like, you're trying to rob this dude that you supposedly love.
Yeah.
And then just because there's no money, you're immediately out. That's crazy. You said the money was in there. The money's not there. It's your fault, Rue. But to be fair, she's always been a dumb character.
Yeah.
Like actually dumb.
Yeah. No, I mean, she's always just been like kind of like a blind follower, whether that was with Fez platonically or with the other white trash.
Yeah, and then now it's
this
the Nazi.
White trash Nazi race. You know, I guess all Nazis are racist, but yeah, no, I mean,
it just kind of bugged me. It's like,
yeah,
dude.
My God, yeah, Twitter hates Faye.
Yeah,
everyone
for good
should.
reason.
I mean, she literally has a swastika tattooed on her.
Is it a butterfly? Yeah, babe.
But yeah, no, we'll see. I mean, the finale will be an hour and a half, so there's a lot of time to cover it.
That's true.
And I'm excited. I will say I'm excited. The show hasn't been like intoxicating like season 1 and 2, but I think they could end this up. What would make this season like a success for you? What does this next episode have to be?
Well, I think everything needs to be like executed well. Like, it can't be terribly rushed. I know they only have an hour and a half to have the people who are going to Mexico. If this is going to be the end of the show, the people going to Mexico get arrested, Alamo be taken in, Rue dying, and then Lori's people done. So, like, basically everything needs to get wrapped up. And what I would see as a failure, I think a success would have to have Rue die.
Yeah. I think you have to give it up. You have to, if you want a chance for season 4 of Euphoria, I know they already filmed it and shit like that, but you gotta kill Rue. And which is really weird because she's barely been in the season, but Jules nowhere to be found. She calls Rue in this episode, but that's all. So we have to have somewhat of a conclusion for Rue, or not Rue, Jules, but yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I don't have much more to cover on the episode.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about this one. But yeah, excited to see the finale. Excited to see what you guys have to say, and peace.
See ya.